learn few things here and there. Just want to share few of our findings that we learned. Better? So in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned many places, Ati Allah, Ati your Rasool. Ati Allah, Ati your Rasool. And it's mentioned more than 8 times, 7, 8 times, even more than that. If I'm wrong, Allah forgive me. And so our shiur has taught us like the grammar, like atil, ita, it's like for obeying. It's translated as obeying, and it's mentioned everywhere in the Quran. It's spread out everywhere. Now there's an ayah in the Quran which is mentioned many times, and people mention that in their bayans. قُلْ إِن كُنتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Now here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ordering Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, قُلْ إِن كُنتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ, if you should want to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Now that's فَاتَّبِعُونِي. It's like say to them that, now loosely translated again, فَاتَّبِعُونِي is obey me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that tell them فَاتَّبِعُونِي, obey me if you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will love you and forgive you. So it's a glad tiding right after that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned Ati Allah, Ati Rasool everywhere. Now here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not saying that Ati'uni. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying Fattabi'uni. So I was confused, I asked my teachers like, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is used so many places, Ati Allah, Ati Allah, Ati Rasool, Ati Allah, Ati Rasool. Now here it's Fattabi'uni. So the Arabic, it has all the words has some things different with the other. That's the added thing. So ittiba, the word ittiba, is basically following the footsteps. And ita is anything like I told you something and you do it. And ittiba is following the footsteps. That's totally different. Nowadays we always like the Prophet really said that, and sometimes we just go beyond it and say like it's just sunnah. But think about it, like whatever Prophet has said and we are following it, that's under that Ati Allah or Ati Rasool. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is here when you want the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not saying Ati'uni. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying Fattabi'uni. And what is that? Following the footsteps. So Prophet is not saying anything to you. Just look at him and follow. Don't question. Don't ask any logic. Why are you saying that? Did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really said that? When the hukum of Khamar came, like prohibiting all the wines and everything, nobody, like it's all Medina and it was quite far sometimes, some places, and there's no like cell phones, and at that time like the news would get viral. So the Sahaba Karam, they didn't ask like, it really came from Prophet. They just started throwing their wines out of their houses, right there, right then and there. So they didn't wait, like they didn't go to confirm. Later on they go and met Prophet, yes, but they all have already thrown all the wines out of their houses when they heard that like this is the hukum that came. So this is a great message for all of us. Like we always like hear question things about, because of this knowledge overload from the internet and all those things comes in, like we have like a lot of doubts in our minds that comes in. So, and don't you think Allah didn't know that this time would come when you have all these kind of different confusions, different knowledges? And this ayah is very clear. Like, ita is one level, but ittiba is another level. And now the question thought, so now following this, everybody understands that, like everybody, like, we have to follow the footsteps of Allah, the Prophet. Now how can we do that? What are the different ways? Now we're sitting in like 1400 plus years. How can we do that? We cannot see him doing things. So the first and foremost thing is seerah of Prophet. It's been preserved quite well. And then a lot of times you say like some of the narrations are dhaif. We don't have ways to confirm the way we have the hadith, the way to confirm. So we have to understand that like not every hadith is used for a hukum. So the ulama, the fuqaha was very clear about like which ahadith to be used for any fiqh. And then there were ahadith for motivating and all the other stuff, going beyond that, beyond the hukum. And that's where the ittiba comes in. That you don't understand anything, you don't understand why he's doing it. You just follow. Prophet ﷺ did that, I'm just following. And that's the level of love. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using the word hub in that ayah. So he didn't use the hub in several places where atiullah wa atiur Rasool. He's giving the hukum to atiullah, atiur Rasool, but he didn't use the word hub, the love. You want the love, do ittiba. So if you want to get the next level, okay, you do whatever I've told you, you'll get Jannah. But do you need my love? That's a different level. And that level can only be achieved by ittiba of Rasulullah. That's the only way. Ittiba of Rasulullah. And ittiba is not ita'. That's what I want to mention here, like small message. Remember that, like ittiba is not ita'. Ita' is there. But if you want love, then it's ittiba. And ittiba is following the footsteps of Prophet as it is. Like, just imagine, our teachers explained that to us, like imagine like somebody is walking on a wet sand. So you see there's footsteps the guy would left. And somebody who is trying to put exactly same places, his footsteps, that is ittiba. That is ittiba. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us all like those like who try to find not just the hukum, we go beyond that and see how Prophet. So that's what gives us and everyone else like how did Prophet did that? How did Prophet did that? Now there's no hukum coming in to fit, but we still want to know like, and that's the ittiba. How did he did that? Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I want to do the same way. I want to do it the same way. You go to Hajj. Now you will tell you, the ulama will tell you like, just go to Arafah, man. Your Hajj is done. It's one day. But what is ittiba? I want to know how Prophet ﷺ did his Hajj. He just did one Hajj after his birth. Only one Hajj. I want to know how Prophet ﷺ did his Hajj. I want to do it exactly like that. Yeah, my Hajj would be done if I just go to Arafah. There's no problem in that. But I want to do exactly how Prophet ﷺ did that. That is ittiba. And I don't want to hear any logics like, yeah, this is just what he did for that, or this is just for cultural reasons he did that. That's not ittiba. Yeah, ita' is there. And you can skip certain things. But ittiba is like, whatever he did, just follow it as it is. And how can we get that? First thing is seerah of the Prophet. What's the next thing? Seerah of the great caliphs, Khulafa al-Rashidin. The story of those people also help us too, because they were doing the ittiba. They want the love. They want the love. They don't want to just settle with just ita'. They want to go beyond that. And how you can get that is by ittiba. The next level is through ittiba. So you can see the life of the Sahaba, and then the life of the pious after them as well. A lot of them just followed and tried to achieve the love of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through ittiba' Rasul. So this is a small message. We all try to do that, and hopefully we also achieve the next level to get the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's the only way is ittiba' Rasul. So may Allah make among those who follow Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. And unless something we already know which is against Sharia, if you have not known it, start with accepting it, not questioning. No, don't start with questioning it. It's the other way around. Start with accepting. And then if you find something against about it, be out of it. But if somebody is telling you and mentioning it with the name of the Prophet ﷺ, it's not that simple. It's very, like, people just throw these ahadith nowadays with their normal talks. It shouldn't be like that. Imam Malik rahimahullah, like, he was like, he knows knowledge in and out, and people come to him and ask a question and he would just give an answer like that. He would know everything, the whole fiqh in and out. But when somebody wants to come and want to listen a hadith from him, he would go make wudu again, pray 2 rakah sometimes some it's not there, and then come back, put some itar on him, some nice smell on him, give the smell to the person who wants to listen, and then start saying the hadith of Rasul. And this is Imam Malik, who knows like these ins and outs and everything. But so we should also take care of it, like throwing out a hadith if we know it in our normal talks without respect, all these things. And this again this is all, if you ask me like is it a hukum for that? There's no hukum for that. But that's what the respect is, and how you can achieve the next level. If you want to achieve the next level, that's only through ittiba' Rasul. And the only thing is that like we listen to some of these, we start with accepting it, and then later on if we come across something about it, that's fine. But start with accepting it. That's ittiba' Rasul. So may Allah make among those people who have already achieved and gone from this world to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and make us among those pious people. When we say ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار. So make us among people who are among the أبرار. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت